Before you run payroll, your employee setup needs to be clean, complete, and accurate. A few missing details in QuickBooks Online Payroll can turn payday into a headache. Hello, C-Squared Collective, and welcome to our series, Payroll in Bloom, Growing Your Team with Confidence. Our goal is to help you build strong payroll systems from the ground up so that you can support your team, stay compliant, and avoid the common mistakes that cost business owners time and money, all while using QuickBooks Online to keep everything running smoothly. Now, we are accountants, not an HR firm, so think of this as your practical guide to what we see every day working with small businesses just like yours. Be sure to confirm the details of your organization with the state or local requirements, or speak with an HR representative for more specific guidance. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Each episode is designed to stand out on its own and give you practical, actionable steps that you can implement right away. And if you'd like to dive deeper, the full series is linked in the description below. As always, if you have questions as we go, drop them in the comments or reach out to us directly at connect@c2accounting.net. So grab your beverage. Today I just have a vanilla matcha, and let's get started. Today, we are moving into our first QuickBooks specific payroll tutorial, which is how to add employees the right way inside of QuickBooks Online Payroll. One note before we start, this video does already assume that you have set up your firm's payroll subscription with QBO, including payroll tax account numbers, payroll schedule, payroll mappings, and any additional state benefits. If you have not and need assistance for your company, this is a service we provide. Since setting up payroll is very specific to your unique business, we prefer to do this one-on-one, so schedule a call today if you need help. This video also assumes that you've collected all of the items and documents from your employees. We already have a video, which will be linked in the description below, on what we collect from new employees before payroll setup. Now, QuickBooks Workforce gives employees a way to complete some of these forms through their Workforce account, and QBO gives you a helpful place to store documents and add notes. I will show you those today. Finally, QuickBooks has been rolling out a new view on the payroll employee page. While this tutorial is done on the traditional view, as the new view is not quite widespread yet, we will give you a little tour of the new view when we reach that section. So let's get started. In QuickBooks Online, employee setup lives under payroll, then employees. From there, we're going to select Add Employee. QuickBooks will walk you through the setup process, but payroll setup is one place where details matter. A small mistake up front can create paycheck issues, tax problems, or messy reports later, so we're going to pay very close attention here. The first section is your basic employee information. This includes the employee's legal name, email address, and hire date. Now, a note here, you want to make sure to use their legal name that is on all of their legal documents, not a nickname. You can, however, add a preferred name later. Now, let's pause here for a second. The email that we enter here connects to their Workforce account. This is the email that they will use to access pay stubs and legal documents. It should be the employee's personal email, not a company email. If they already have a Workforce account from a previous employer, ask which email is connected to that. They can use the same credentials to log in then and toggle between the two employers. Next, choose whether the employee will self-onboard through Workforce or whether you will enter all the information yourself. If they self-onboard, they can complete their information and important forms. We will create a separate Workforce video that you can actually send to your employees, so make sure to stay tuned. For today, we're going to walk through the scenario that your employee has already given you all of their documents and you are entering them yourself. Now, QuickBooks will bring you to the page where you can add additional employees or enter this employee's information. Today, we're going to select this. To get back to an employee later, in case you need to save and quit, you just go to Payroll, Employees, and then select the employee that you want to update. Since we are doing our tutorial on the current employee view, let's pause here and take a super brief tour of the new employee page for those who have it rolled out already and what you can expect once things change for you. At the top, you have employee name, paychecks, notes, permissions, and the 3-dot settings menu where you can change status or delete the employee. Now, a lot of these are pretty similar to the classic view, but we're going to go over them just in case. Paycheck shows all the paychecks tied to the employee. Notes is where you can add admin notes. We personally recommend using the space for payroll reminders, pay changes, start date notes, special instructions, or benefit details that your team needs to remember. Permissions is where you edit access for QBO products such as Workforce and Time. Here you can send reminders, see the account email, or start self-onboarding by clicking the Edit button. Change status lets you update employment status, employment type, job title, manager, or department. And delete employee removes them from your payroll if they have been entered incorrectly and have no associated pay history. Now we're going to look at the tabs across the top. The Personal tab includes the sections for personal information, contact information, and emergency contact. The Job and Pay tabs include employment details, job details, base pay, additional pay types, payment methods, tax withholdings, and deductions and contributions. The Time Off tab is where you set up time off policies such as sick pay, vacation pay, paid time off, and unpaid time off. The Documents tab is where forms completed through Workforce, such as the W-4, appear. You can also add documents that you have and scanned, such as contracts, W-4s, signed benefit notices, and direct deposit permission. QBO has bank-level encryption, so this is a very safe place for these payroll documents rather than on your computer or on a cloud-based folder. Now that we know our way around the new employee view, we're going to head back to the traditional view. The biggest difference is that everything is across the top in tabs here, though the features all remain the same. Everything from the Personal tab and the Job and Pay tab are folded into this profile area, while the paycheck list, documents, history, notes, and permissions are located across the top. Now that we've oriented ourselves, let's continue entering information for our new employee. We're going to start in the Profile tab and click Personal Info. We're going to confirm that the first and last name match the legal name on the employee's ID. If they use a nickname or a shortened name or something different, you can enter that under Preferred First Name. We're going to enter their home address from their W-4 form, phone number, birthday, gender, and social security number. Now, let's double check all of these. To pay an employee, all you need is their legal name, address, birth date, and social security number. Next, let's click into Employment Details. Here you can confirm your hire date, which you entered when you first added the employee, select your pay schedule or create a new one, select the work location, select their manager and department, enter their job title, add an employee ID if you use them, and set the billing rate. Now, this is what you charge your customers if the employee enters time associated with the customer. This is not what the employee gets paid. We will cover their pay shortly. You can also enter the workers' comp class. Let's head on to the tax withholding section. The federal withholding section is first, and then down below is the state withholding section. Enter the information directly from the federal W-4 and then the state W-4 if applicable. This state withholding area is also where you can assign state policies, such as paid leave or other state mandated policies. You can create or edit a policy here. At the bottom, we're going to check any tax exemptions. Now, these are not very common. Back and in payment method, you can choose paper check, or you can enter the employee's direct deposit information. Make sure that you have direct deposit authorization forms on file, such as in the document area or in a secure location. To start paying the employee, you need to enter the base pay. Here you can select whether they are hourly, salary, or commission. Depending on what you select, the QBO will have you fill in the proper amount and review the information set up in payroll settings. It is also an option to add default working hours. After you have their base pay entered, you can add additional pay types in this section, such as commission, overtime, holiday, bonuses, tips, and etc. The time off section is used to add any vacation time, paid time off, sick pay, or unpaid time off policies. In deductions and contributions, you can add benefit deductions, retirement contributions, other policies, or garnishments. Finally, you can add an emergency contact if you want to keep that in QBO. We recommend having one on file, but QBO does not require it to run payroll. Now that our employee is fully set up, we can scroll back up to the top. The Documents tab is where you'll want to upload any documents specific to this employee, which is recommended if you filled these out manually, like we just did. Otherwise, you want to make sure that you store the I-9 and W-4 and all the other documents that we've mentioned in previous videos or in this video on file. And as mentioned before, you can enter any admin notes in this notes section here. Now let's briefly talk about QuickBooks Workforce. QuickBooks Workforce gives employees access to their pay stubs, W-2s, and other payroll information. In the employee record, you can review the employee email address and the workforce invite or access status. You want to make sure that the invitation has been sent to the correct email address and that the employee knows to accept it. Employees then set up their own workforce account once they accept the invitation. Now, this matters because most states require employers to provide access to pay stubs. If employees cannot access Workforce, then you will need to provide a printed pay stub every time. Setting this up early saves you time. As I mentioned earlier, we will be doing a video that you can send to your employees on how to use Workforce. Make sure to subscribe and come back for that. We have now finished all of our entries for our new employee. Before you run the first payroll, let's just quickly run down a checklist and review the employee's profile carefully. We're going to double check these items: the legal name, social security number, address, hire date, pay schedule, your pay type and rate, federal, state, and local tax setup, direct deposit status, deductions, benefits, retirement, garnishments or reimbursements, and paid time off or sick time policies, as well as workforce access. Here's the big takeaway. Adding an employee in QuickBooks Payroll is not just data entry. It is the foundation for every paycheck, payroll tax filing, payroll report, and year-end form that comes with it. So before you begin the first payroll, let's slow down, review the employee profile, make sure the details match your records, make sure the pay setup matches the offer, make sure taxes are entered from the forms provided, and make sure direct deposits and workforce access are ready. When setup is clean from the beginning, payroll becomes so much easier to manage. In this video, we walk through an employee setup in QuickBooks Online Payroll, what information needs to be entered, what should be reviewed before the first pay date. Clean employee records lead to a cleaner payroll, fewer corrections, and fewer surprises. Thank you so much for watching today. If you walked away with even just one thing that you can act on, that is exactly what we are here for. If this was helpful, give us a like, drop a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you know another business owner who's been wrestling with payroll, send this their way. We all need someone in our corner. Now, there is more where this came from. Make sure to check out the rest of the Payroll Bloom series or browse our other videos to keep building financial systems that actually work for your business. Questions? Drop them in the comments or reach out to us directly at connect@c2accounting.net. Links to our website and socials are in the description below. We will see you in the next one. Don't forget, keep learning so that you can be rooted in wisdom and grow with care.